It was that time of year. The daughter comes to me, the youngest of my children, and says, "Dad, it's time for your baby to look at some colleges, and I want to look at colleges in Alabama." So we made our trip, and the trip began. Our first stop was to the university, which was called Samford University, to a college that my daughter had explored, being a nursing program that seemed to be one that was out of this world. But yet, I'm thinking there might be just a little bit more to this Alabama thing. I'm thinking that this Alabama thing wasn't just about Dad. It has a great and wonderful and a top-notch nursing program. But Dad, when it comes to the cold weather of Michigan, where the grass is dark and gloomy and no leaves on trees, I could be here when we left snow and be here where there is this nice green grass and the beautiful trees and the infamous, "Hey Dad, guess what? You know where you can come visit when it's cold?" We made our trip then to the University of Alabama in Birmingham, because that university has the pediatric nurse practitioner program that picks up after the time of study into being a nursing. Samford University and the University of Alabama have close ties, and so that was one of the reasons why we then made a trip here. After going to a small Lutheran high school, my daughter decided Samford University might be the first step before going to the big university to get the other diploma or degree that would be needed in that master's for the pediatric nurse practitioner. As I pondered my trip and gone and looked at these colleges with my daughter, we were simply 3.5 hours away to the beach down in Florida. And so my daughter said, "Let's go to Navare Beach," and she twisted my arm. We found a place to stay, and we sent back these pictures to show how the torture of going on college visits was going. The visits of college were contemplating, rough on my daughter Alyssa, and so she needed time just to read by the beach overlooking with the sunshine then at the pool, contemplating, is this really where I want to spend my time when people in Michigan are really cold? Contemplating college was really tough, especially when everybody back home was in the snow and in the frigid temperature. We just happened to make our way down to just explore the area a little bit more to make sure that indeed this would be an okay place or area for my daughter to go to school. We hopped on a boat to check the golf course for strange beings and found that there were some pretty cool dolphins in the area, enjoying the time, which this again made my daughter say, "Samford, Alabama is starting to look better." The visit for colleges can be extremely rough on parents. And so it was so important that we would just sit back, well, at least one parent while the other one was back shoveling snow, to sit back and test out the sand, to gain in a full view of the picture of what's going on, and just to contemplate, could I really come down here and visit my daughter? Well, in the winter, could be the case. In the midst of college visits, you have to always take a look and see, what is there to do? And some of those things are to do is to go and check out the huts by the Gulf, even if it's raining, or to grab that big snow cone just because you know it's going to be hot down there and you have to find a way to refresh. As my daughter would say, "Dad, I need to make sure that I'm getting enough of my fluids when this hot sun is here, so I think I need a snow cone." Guess she's figuring out how to wrap her daddy's around her little finger and get what she's kind of looking for. Well, as all good things come to an end, 2,300 plus miles of driving from Michigan all the way down to Alabama, then a short jaunt to, of course, focus on the college visits down when we sit there and enjoy the water and the ocean. But to make our trip back gave us 1,200 miles just to talk about the pros and the cons of Samford University and Concordia University of Wisconsin. But the one thing I could say is I felt as comfortable on Samford University as I did when I dropped my other daughter off at Concordia University of Wisconsin. They felt like universities at home, and they had many things that were connected and seemed to kind of tie together. But I think Samford might be winning out just a little bit over Concordia University of Wisconsin for Alyssa. She says it's because of the program. I'm still thinking it might have something about being able to wear shorts in February. I did remind her that Concordia, Wisconsin, she could wear shorts in February because the dorms are all connected. But she said, well, that doesn't work well with my tan. We shall see if that visit there made the determining factor. Only God knows, and it's in His hands.